Oh lads, Coach Si here. So running a bit late today at last minute session, whatever. We're gonna talk about today. Do you have to count calories to basically get in shape and be healthy and have a healthy body? In short answer, yes. In long answer, no. Whatever. Basically, you do have to count calories. It's just how you go about it. There's two ways to count calories, and to be honest, a lot of it is to do with where you currently are in your journey, in my opinion, because the way I've done it for many years is worked really well without having to weigh and measure everything, and without having to use an app such as MyFitnessPal where you have to weigh and measure everything. What we do is we tend to look at portion sizes, macros, choose foods that keep you fuller for longer, eat fresh food, stay away from the junk, and you find quite naturally when you're at the start of your journey, it works really well. You know, it means that it's not overwhelming. You're not having to count and weigh everything. Like if you have a glass of orange, you've got to weigh it out first. You've got to record it. You're putting butter on your bread, you've got to record it. There are easier ways to do it by looking at your portion sizes, and that will help you for the first 2 to 3 stone, and it could last as long as 1 or 2 years by following that system. But as you get closer and closer towards your goals, and as you start wanting to push further, or if you find the portion size route isn't working for you, the next logical step is to count and track your calories. I'm going to give you some simple tips on how I recommend you do this. There's so many different ways, but the thing is with the calorie calculators and the apps such as MyFitnessPal, when you put your height, weight and age and how many calories you actually want to burn in, it doesn't tend to give you a realistic figure. It tends to give you a really low figure. Now, if you're consuming 4,000 calories a day on average, let's say you're going for it, you know, if you're 3 stone overweight, it's a possibility, right? And then this MyFitnessPal spits out 1,800 calories. Like, you ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna last very long. Brett Bars, how you doing? Give us a like, give us a share after the video. You know, it really helps us out. So, yes, Brett Bars, you put me off there. So basically, yeah, you do need to track your calories. I wouldn't use the calculators. This is the way I would do it. So I would download MyFitnessPal. The only reason I recommend that app is because it works for me, okay? So let's say you're just getting cracking with it. How many calories should I eat? Download MyFitnessPal and then track your calories every day for 7 days, Monday to Sunday. So you're using it like a food diary. And then I want you to calculate from Monday to Sunday what your total amount of calories is. So let's say it's 16,000 calories. You take away 10%. Hope you're following me. If you don't get any of this or you want more info on it, comment below and I'll reach out to you and I'll help you with this personally. So you take 10% away from that calories, okay? And that is going to be your deficit. And then you are going to divide that number by 7. And that is going to give you your daily total amount of calories. It's as simple as that. And then basically what you want to do is track your progress via photographs, how your clothes fit, and obviously weigh yourself as well. If you're going to go down the calorie tracking route, it is best to weigh yourself. And then I want you to make sure that before you start your new calories that you've just calculated, that you track your progress on an empty stomach first thing in the morning. And then I want you to follow it as congruent as possible and then track your progress every fortnight, okay? If you don't see results, then you drop it by a further 5%. Macronutrients, so protein, carbs and fats, isn't that important when it comes to calorie counting for fat loss. It's all about calories in versus calories out. Eat less, move more, you'll lose body fat. As simple as that. So when it comes to macros though, the one thing I would focus on if you're able to put the effort in is protein. So if you get your protein right, it's going to help keep you fuller for longer. But also when you're, hopefully if you're alongside this, you're exercising, you want to repair, rebuild your muscle tissue as well, getting the right amount of protein will help. So 1 pound of protein per gram of body weight, basically. So the next one, with fats, go for around 100 grams of fats a day. Make sure they're healthy fats, olive oil, olives, avocado, stuff like that. And then with your carbs, whatever's left in your calories for the day is your carbs. And then a little one here is if you go a bit mental. So let's say you went for Hey Adam, how you doing? You went for so your daily target was 2,200 calories a day, and then let's say on Sunday you went a bit mad and you went 600 calories over. Well, how do you overcome it? Basically, you're on poverty calories on Monday. You're going to have to look at your total amount, negative by 600, and that's what you're allowed on Monday, so then you can play catch up. So you can overdo it at the weekend, but I recommend you don't. When it comes to goal tracking, make sure, like I said, empty stomach. It's best to do it at the weekend. It will keep you more focused at the weekend. Photos, how your clothes fit, and weigh yourself with accurate scales. And make sure, even though you track your calories, food quality still counts, okay? So don't be just eating rubbish food just because you're tracking calories. Obviously, you can have a treat. What I do like about calorie counting is if you have a pizza and a few beers on a Saturday night, you can punch it in on MyFitnessPal for your evening meal. You know how many beers you're going to allow yourself, and obviously with the pizza and whatnot, and then you could just work around it from there. So you can basically enjoy your treat guilt-free without thinking that you're going wrong because you've already calculated. So yes, to summarise this very short video, you do have to count calories. It's just how you go about it. Are you going to go through the moderating your portion sizes, looking at macros and controlling it in that way? By moderating your portions and holding them back, you're going to be keeping in control of the portions. Or are you going to go all in and properly count and track your calories via using an app? That's the question you've got to ask yourself. Once you've decided that, go for it. But the important thing to get across is if you are going to use an app and you're going to track your calories, don't blag it, don't wing it. It cannot be blagged. You have to be on point with it. So make sure you're really, really anal with the way you track absolutely everything. If you're not and you find you're not seeing results, it's probably because you're not accurately tracking. This is Coach Si, signing out.